welcome to this episode of Groundspeak. My name is Aishani Jaiswal, and today we are joined by Florentyna, Celicia, and Jerinda, who are going to talk about their initiative, Megha Weaves. Let me just tell you a little bit about Groundspeak. Groundspeak is a platform for those whose voices primarily remain unheard and uncalled for. Hence, it seeks to bring out bottom up narratives and establish a new normal wherein the realities of the ground become the fundamental base for discussions and deliberations on grander stage. Through Groundspeak, Asian Confluence wants to acknowledge the situation and status of these individuals who form such an important part of our community. So, could you please tell us more about yourselves and about your venture and how did you come upon this idea?
About we'll start telling you about our business, and we came up with this idea when we see that producers here. I mean, our idea is to actually take everything locally made over here and
expose it to the world.
give them an exposure. So, and yes, we've seen that the producers here and many craftsmen and women as well, they are very skilled and they have a potential to create just about anything actually. So that's a reason, and that's also the inspiration that gave us the idea to actually give an online platform for these products. So because of that, we are starting this business, and we haven't actually launched it, but we have started it. So we have done a lot of market research. I mean, none of us here are from we're not from a business background, yes, but we are trying, and our venture has been really exciting actually, and demanding at the same time, because I told you, because this is the first time we're doing something relating to business. And but we're willing to actually we're willing to actually learn about a lot of stuff, terms, market research, or anything. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now, and our venture has been trying at the same time. So we are still trying to come up, like, just we're trying to.
How do you all know each other?
We're friends.
Yes, family friends.
Family friends. So, does anybody in your family have a background in textile or handicraft, or anyone? So it's just or nobody, right? Okay.
No,
Uh,
help from here and there. Yes.
okay.
We have connections.
So what I'm hearing is that you've done a lot of market research, and have you had the chance to talk to a lot of your weavers and your handicraft producers, your craftsmen, and have you done that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let's move on to the next question then. How would you describe the current scenario of business in your region, and what have been some of the biggest advantages of trying to start your own business from Meghalaya?
So here in Meghalaya, the economy is developing a lot, especially during COVID. I can see that so many people are coming up with different ideas. But
Right.
even so, still space for new ideas. So that's what the advantage is having a
Okay.
business here in Shillong.
Right. And so with the new ideas, new innovation, is there a sense of competition that you guys are facing, or do you have like competing businesses that are coming up along with you?
I think yes, there are, because but the only thing we've not found with our competitors is that they've not gone nationally or internationally through e-commerce.
Okay.
This is an offline business, and we're trying to do an online business here.
Right. So that sounds really interesting, because one thing that I have personally noticed in the last year or so is just a lot of marketplaces coming up on Instagram. Uh, a lot of people have started selling things through Instagram. Thrift stores, like a lot of thrift stores have come up now, and which is really interesting because a lot of them actually come from the northeast. So it's Manipur and Meghalaya and Nagaland. A lot of them are coming from there. So I think that's one of the most one interesting business that's actually coming up. So, what are some of the major hurdles in terms of access to finance, marketing, networks, infrastructure, mobility for women doing business in the Northeast?
Well, for us, I don't know about the other women, but for us, through our experience, our biggest challenge is finance, marketing, and mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
So with finance, we don't job, so we're investing whatever we have from saving. And marketing, like we said, we lack marketing skills.
Mm-hmm.
And mentorship, we did not have any mentorship before AWE, so that's our biggest challenge here.
Right. So, what are like some of the other infrastructural challenges that you're facing? Have you thought about like how transportation is probably going to be an issue, because that's an issue that still comes up when I talk to a lot of the women entrepreneurs from the Northeast, that transportation, like something so basic as transportation, is causing a problem. So, from what I can gauge, since you guys have a market platform, so the distribution itself, there might be problems there. So how do you think that you're going to tackle that?
We have discussed about it, and we haven't like we thought of actually talking to local taxis. How do you say this? Like
So
drivers,
yeah,
right? And we
Right.
thought of making a deal with them or have tie-ups with them, so
Hmm.
that it'll be easier. Because let me tell you, let me be honest with you. If you just have like connections like this, it makes your business like very easy to to operate. Regarding transportation, I think we'll manage that. Okay, I don't know about others as well, like we said, but it's the roads that we we are really we're really because last time we went to talk to a few suppliers, the roads there are terrible, terrible.
Hmm.
So because of that, it's gonna be that's the only problem. So yeah, it does fall in transportation, but we'll manage it.
I think that's an entrepreneurial spirit also, that but no matter what the hurdles are, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do everything. So, deviating from whatever the questions that I'm supposed to ask you, what are your backgrounds? I'm interested in knowing what are your backgrounds, all three of you.
I've actually I took commerce in 11 and 12, but of course I've already forgotten about all of those.
Hmm.
And then in my bachelor's I did English literature, and then master's I did counseling and psychology. So
Oh,
there's no true business background here, but
okay.
I've always been a fan of the business. So that's yeah.
Okay. What
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So I think we're total. I've been homeschooled in Delhi.
Oh,
I'm based in Delhi, and I'm homeschooled in Delhi. Yeah, and then I've just started an interior designing class, and I've always been fond of makeup. So I've done here and a little freelance here and there for makeup.
okay. That's two very diverse backgrounds. What about Jireen?
Yeah, uh, I've completed only like 12 pass, like 12,
Okay.
and then yeah, and I've done the training like this beautician course, and
Okay.
then then I've worked like 2016. I worked in Hyderabad like for this beauty and spa.
Okay, well, that's wonderful. Very, very different, very diverse backgrounds. It's very interesting how you guys have come together and now are doing this business, which is completely different. And I'm sure that the three of you are definitely going to succeed. So, what are some of the like livelihood generation activities that you're doing with your business, and how many women are you employing through your business, and are you employing more women through your business?
Oh yeah, we are engaging. So most of these suppliers and producers that we have talked with, they're actually women. Most of them are women. So that's why we are really happy, because this is the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, and we're really happy to actually find like a lot of women. They're weaving, sewing, and doing a lot of handicraft.
Yeah.
So we're engaging those. I mean, sooner we are already engaging those, but sooner or later we'll have like a whole lot of them, because
Mhm.
we're hoping for mass production. Right?
Right.
So and yes, we're hoping that our business can actually help the community become more familiar with technology. If you look at other states, they're very used, they're very adapted to technology, while here they're very conservative, I could say. And so we just hope that sooner or later we'll be more used to technology and how to use like online shopping, and then just I've seen um, apps over here where we're all Khasis. So I've seen a few Khasi apps, trying to make the community getting used to technology. So that's actually what we're hoping. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and
I think the problem with the Northeast is that there's just a lot of connectivity issues everywhere. The further into rural areas that you go, even where I'm from Siliguri, which is almost towards the northeast. So the further you go into rural areas, there's just no connectivity whatsoever, and I think that's one of the things that's stopping the northeast from getting to where it needs to be in comparison with other parts of India. So I think that's one of the things that has also come up with other women entrepreneurs who I've talked to as well. Do you think that being women in a largely male-dominated landscape, has shaped and offered you like a different experience than your male peers?
For that, we have two answers because it's a combination of both. So for the first answer, I would like Celine to actually
Celine.
explain.
so from my experience, I don't think we've faced anything as such. Like, people are more biased to male entrepreneurs or female, nothing like that. I think we're equal. But when it comes to other region, I think that is still a challenge. I think women still face a lot of problems. They don't have the same opportunity like the males.
Mm-hmm. And
We don't have a definite answer for that.
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, I think also because you're three women together, and I think that is in this camaraderie that all three of you have together. That you're all lifting each other and being the best version of yourselves. And if you had male partner as well, then you might have like seen some disparages that way. But I'm so happy to hear that you've not faced any discrimination, and I think that's a very positive step, and that puts Meghalaya in a very good light as well. Um, that's a wonderful thing. Okay, how do you think that COVID-19 has affected your business? And in light of that, what are some of the innovations and changes would you like to see in the coming future for Northeast?
Okay, I'll start how COVID has affected us. I think COVID has a very positive impact. I think.
Well, I think so too.
I
Yeah,
think.
we all
Yeah,
think it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so during this period of time, we realized that making a dream into reality is possible.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Yeah,
for this, I mean, we had different plans
yeah,
before. I mean,
yeah.
everybody did before the pandemic. But then when everything else failed, we were forced to, out of our comfort zone. So
Mhm.
that's why we developed a lot of business ideas
yeah.
during 2020, and this is one of them. And we found out that this is a very big opportunity. Being in the AWE and everything, this is a huge opportunity. So we're really
No,
trying.
I'm so glad that AWE is helping you, and that Asian Confluence is in a way just trying to do, and we're genuinely we're trying our best to empower Northeast, to empower the third space as best as we can. I'm not too sure whether the next question would be applicable to you, because again, like it's in the ideation stage. But what are some of the policies and schemes and interventions would you like to see from the government and from the private sector for women entrepreneurs in the Northeast?
We've seen a lot of government schemes over here, and what we've noticed is that, I mean, just from our point of view, I would say, what we've noticed is that they give, like, they help you financially for only 25%, or at the maximum, I don't know, maybe 50%.
Mhm.
And to get that, they have to spend the rest of the money by themselves. I mean, they have to actually take out their own saving from their own savings. And we have found that many people misuse this,
Mhm.
and they don't have a slight idea of this and everything. So you see, it's like many schemes gone to waste. Well, for some people who are really dedicated and hardworking, yes, those that 25% is a blessing. So what we're proposing here is, if there's any, if there's a time where when the government just help people, but at this, I mean, with a lot of more money, because we've been struggling with money. So but however, with careful selection of who the people they entrust that money to, because there are people who will really work hard. That is a blessing, truly. That is the capital that some people need.
Right.
So that might be. And then we also have one which is you know one more two.
Private sector, like, because there's the government scheme and the private sector. I
Yeah.
feel like, I mean, I've seen in the US there are so many investors, while here in
Mm.
Shillong I've not really seen investors. I
Mm.
think it would really help Meghalaya or the Northeast region if there's like a investors organization.
Right.
So yeah, I think make that I think that'll be a big change.
That
I
that'll
think that would
that'll
be.
be okay.
You're correct. I think that would really make a difference, and the Northeast is full of talent. It's genuinely, it's full of talent. So it's not just Meghalaya. It's all the other states as well, because I think you'll just see just the most beautiful craft being produced, and it just never goes beyond the state itself. Not even, if not the state, just like the village itself. So an investors forum or an investors organization would definitely make some sort of a difference. um, I think that's how I think we should wrap up with the interview now. I've taken quite a bit of your time. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before we bid adieu?
Well, we just really want to show our appreciation to the AWE and Asian
Yes.
Confluence for doing this, because this is really, I mean, we found this, like, it's not all over, the internet. It's not when we found this opportunity, it was just a friend of mine suggesting, just apply for this, and I didn't have a clue of what this was, I mean, or what this is. So, but really, this is what you're doing, what you guys are doing are really helping us. I mean, it's motivating, it's really, it's inspiring. That's why it keeps us going with this business idea that we have. And we have already done market research, which we have never done before.
Yeah.
Which we've met suppliers which we have never done before. So it's really a blessing. So thank you for inspiring us.
We're so happy to hear that, because we've at Asian Conference we've been constantly just thinking about things, and how do we empower women? How do we empower this particular group of women? And I think not just with AWE, we are definitely going to have more programs for you later. And I just hope that in some ways we can just benefit you, and because that's what we at Asian Conference really want as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to all three of you.
Thank you.